What's up everyone? Thank you for tuning in. This is the second installment of my One Piece journey series I started so that I could share my progress and thoughts with you all. So first I would like to say that I hate all of you for keeping this amazing piece of literature a secret. So since my last video, I binge watched 50 more chapters and I feel like I'm addicted and that I might need help in the near future. Now with that out of the way, I'm going to pick up right where I left off, and that is the point where Hawkeyes and Zoro were about to get into it. Now, just as I said, I thought what happened, Zoro was absolutely destroyed by Hawkeyes, and rightfully so. Now, what I did appreciate was that Hawkeyes showed Zoro admiration for his fighting spirit and gave him the respect of actually unsheathing his blade. I mean, he still left him near death and destroyed 2 of his swords, but the fact that Hawkeyes left him alive intentionally just to surpass him has me hyped for the rematch whenever I get to see that. I finally got to see Sanji go full Eddie Gordo, kicking the shit out of everyone. And speaking of Sanji, Oda did a fantastic job with the backstory between him and Zeph. While he was putting his life on the line fighting Pearl to fight Zeph, we learned that years ago when Zeph and Sanji were stranded on an island, this man Zeph ate his own leg so that Sanji would have food to eat. Now that's some real love. Next up, the fight between Jin and Sanji was very well choreographed. I liked Jin's style with the tonfas, and it's obvious at this point that Oda's art style has improved dramatically from where it was in the beginning. In the end, Jin couldn't bring himself to kill Sanji due to the gesture of Sanji feeding him when he first arrived at Blvd. And at this point, I have so much respect for Jin that I wish he was a part of Luffy's crew. Now, as far as the fight between Luffy and Krieg goes, it was amazing and dynamic. Krieg is the first real threat Luffy faced, and the first time seeing Luffy's relentlessness and unique thought process in combat. I hope that they explain this somehow, but Luffy's ridiculously powerful. I know he has robot powers, but is there an explanation for his strength? Because he's been doing some crazy shit. And Don Krieg felt like watching an endgame boss battle with the crazy arsenal of spears, poison bombs, spear with a bomb on the end, spike cape. The whole shit was ridiculous. And Luffy still managed to dispose of him like he was a bum. Now clearly the series is just getting started. This was one of the longer arcs that I've read in manga ever, but I think it was well worth it. The writing was fantastic and it's pretty emotional, especially toward the end when all the cooks were telling Sanji that his food was shit, just to get him to leave and go search for All Blue, which I'm not sure is a real thing at this point. Now the last thing regarding Blvd, something I appreciate that Oda has done here is some power scaling. So even though Hawkeyes is clearly a way bigger threat than Don Krieg, he made sure not to make light of Don Krieg's strength once Hawkeyes left the scene. So Don Krieg can still clearly handle your ass, so that was handled really well. Now onto Arlong Park. Luffy and everybody, including Sanji, set out to go find Nami since she was a bitch and stole their ship and headed out to sea. When we get to Arlong Park and discover a whole new race of characters, the fishmen. Again, Oda's world building skills are on display because I was not expecting anything other than humans to be in One Piece. Arlong's design is pretty dope, and the fishmen are all around an interesting race and clearly possess more strength and abilities than humans. So we find out Nami's been an Arlong pirate all along. What a bitch. But then discover she's been stealing money to save up 100 belly just to buy their island back from Arlong, which immediately made me think that she's getting scammed. By the way, Zoro and Usopp show up and Zoro's the first to get captured, but Nami sets him free because she still fucks with the boy clearly, and even takes it further, pretending to kill Usopp in front of Arlong so that he could escape. And then here the Marines show up, specifically Captain Dezumi, and might I just say that all of these Marines so far are scummy, shitty people, which is the exact opposite of what a Marine should be. This guy is literally designed to look like a fucking mouse rat bastard, and he's clearly trouble. So Luffy and Sanji now show up, fashionably late. Usopp filled them in on the details, and then we get the best backstory by far, which is Nami's. Her backstory was pretty deep and touching, and the relationship she shared with Nojiko and Bellemere was pretty substantial. And I found Bellemere's execution by Arlong to be pretty dark. I mean, the man shot her dead in the face, so yeah, he's a big piece of shit. Not to mention holding Nami captive to draw him fucking maps of the ocean. So, as I expected, Arlong sent this rat-faced fuck to go steal all the money Nami saved up since he clearly had no intention of setting her free, which set the whole village off. They knew all along what she was doing for them, but kept it silent to protect her. Now they want all the smoke with the Arlong pirates. And at this point, Nami's at the most vulnerable we've ever seen her, crying her eyes out, begging Luffy for help. And what happened next is by far my favorite moment in the series. This man Luffy smiled, took his hat off, and put it on her head. Now I know that it's simple, but it actually made me tear up because I remember how important that hat is to him. So basically this solidified Luffy as a real nigga to me. He basically said, don't even worry about it, I got you. And I just want to say Oda is the man for doing that. So Luffy pulled up on Arlong Park, smashed through the door, punched Arlong dead in the face. Luffy and everybody want all the smoke. Sanji and Zoro had 2 good fights, but before that, the honorable mention was Sanji kicking the fuck out of that Grand Line Sea Cow, because I was literally crying when I read that. But back to the fight. This man Zoro is still fighting with a critical injury, and as we know, when he puts on the do-rag, it's basically game over for the most part. So back to Luffy and Arlong. This man, Luffy is taking advantage, Arlong is taking advantage of the fact that Luffy can't swim, just like Krieg, so I'm just gonna assume that it's just a shitty thing that the pirates do in the future. Now overall, the fight wasn't as long as drawn out as the Krieg fight, but the finisher was much more epic. Arlong pissed Luffy off so bad that basically after seeing Nami's prison room, threw his whole leg out the roof of the building, brought it crashing down, stomped a whole mud hole in Arlong's face, sent him through several floors of the building. I don't know why this man Luffy is so raw, but I'm fully on board for this right now. And after an emotional wrap-up at Arlong Park, Nami got a new tattoo, new conviction as a pirate. We find out Luffy is the most wanted man in East Blue. So now shit is getting real, 30 million belly on his head, clearly the rawest pirate in that hood. Alright, cool. Hawkeye brought the news to Shanks, figuring Luffy was the kid that Shanks told him about, and apparently Shanks has 1 arm now. So I'm pretty hyped to see them link up because I want to see what happens when that goes down. So now Luffy's at Low Town, Buggy and Alvida show up causing trouble. Zoro has his swords back, including a cursed blade, but there's a bunch of chaos, including a pirate, 3 devil fruit users, Captain Smoker, 3 devil fruit users, and all that is just gonna be nuts. So I'm looking forward to see what happens. I will be binging more chapters because I'm clearly addicted, and I appreciate all you guys' support on this journey. So share your favorite moments with me below. No spoilers, please. Like and sub if you haven't already. Check out my Instagram at YaBoyRoshi, and make sure to check out my merch store in the link down below. That's all I got for you guys for this video. Hopefully I'll read about 50 more chapters this week and catch up with you guys, update you guys on where I'm at again. But yeah, that's it for this update. I'm not sure how long this video is at this point, but I had to make sure that all my thoughts were clear so that I could just get across everything that I read, because in 50 chapters it was so much. So, I mean, I tried to cover all the most important things that I read, give you guys my favorite moments, and I'm really loving the series so far. It's really deep, interesting. Oda's getting better and better as it goes on, so I'm looking forward to this next fight. Trying to see what's gonna happen here. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys today. Hope you guys have a great day or night, whatever time it is you're watching this, and I will catch you guys next time.